am giving, those are more than sufficient. But yes, as a part of study, you can come up with more important questions, and we can add those questions. Even every, see, there are 17 people. Okay, if I request 17 people, just come up with two interview questions on Agile. Two interview questions are on Agile. So there would be 34 questions we'll have in that document, apart from my document. So that's why I request you, in this 15-minute study, daily 15-minute study, you just have to tomorrow come up with two interview questions. Two interview questions. On Google you can search, if you have other document, if you have books, whatever you have, you will have, you just go through that and come up with two agile questions. Tomorrow I need 34 questions. Am I clear, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes,
17,
yes.
yeah, 17 people. Today we have 17 people in this call, and everyone has to come up with only two interview questions, because I am not sure how many of you are studying 15 minutes daily. I am really not sure, but it's for your benefit only, guys. So just in this 15 minutes, you have to find out two agile questions. Come up tomorrow. Kiran will take care of all those documents. Okay, we'll just send me all your two questions, or yeah, just send me the all your two questions. I will collect that one, and then Kiran will put in his folder. Clear, guys?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because what will happen, then everybody will be involved in this call, right? I know people are getting the things. It's not like they are not talking. It doesn't mean that. But yes, if somebody, today again I am telling you the same thing. If somebody has communication problem, just talk to in this session. This is the added advantage we are giving to you. Yeah, guys, clear? Yes, clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, yeah, we'll ask few questions from yesterday's session. So, what is agile, guys? What is agile? Just a one line definition I need. What is agile?
Agile is a
Yes, anybody.
Agile is an iterative and incremental process.
Yeah, Ruchira.
It
Yes,
is
it is an incremental. Yeah, it is an incremental and iterative process.
it
Correct.
means repeated, and increment means in existence, uh, added something, और कुछ इसमें ऐड होगा.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And what are the, what are the roles of agile? What are the different roles involved in agile? Anybody guys, Akshata, Likhita, then yeah, Arup, we have Arpita. Anybody can answer this question. What are the different roles involved in agile? Yeah, Ruchira also. Yeah, yes, Ruchira.
Product owner,
Mm-hmm.
scrum master,
Yes.
developer team,
Yeah.
and end user or tester.
Correct. Correct. And what are the different ceremonies in agile, guys, apart from Ruchira? Yes, Akshata, what are the different ceremonies?
Sprint planning,
Correct.
meeting, daily scrum meeting, review
Correct.
meeting, sprint retrospective.
Okay, correct. Yeah. And yeah, those are enough. Okay. Can somebody explain me how this agile works? I mean, yeah, how agile works? What is the process? Okay. What is the sprint? What are the story point? What happened in daily stand up? What happened in sprint planning? What happened in retrospective? All those. Just one or two lines. Can somebody explain me? Yeah, anybody.
Madam, a daily stand-up meeting 10 to 15 minutes.
Correct.
In that meeting, you have to what to do yesterday and how to do today, and some any face the issue you have to told.
Correct, correct. I mean, what we have done yesterday and what we have to do today. Okay, and any obstacle is there. Only three line you have to say. Correct. And what happened in sprint planning? Yeah, anybody. Pallavi, Prashant is there. Any Prashant? We have two Prashant. Any Prashant can come up for this answer. What happened in sprint planning, guys?
In sprint planning, developer and tester sit together
Correct.
and discussed about the project for 3 or 4 weeks only.
No, this is not the project. Project is not, we can say sprint.
Sprints, yes,
We have
sprint.
some specific terminology. We have, Prashant, we have some specific terminology that only you have to use. Make sure
Okay.
it will never be project, never be requirement like that.
Sure,
Tester
ma'am, sure.
and developer will sit together. They will discuss which
Discuss.
user stories. User stories are nothing but the requirement. Which user
Requirement.
stories, yeah, they have to work on, and user stories are taken from sprint backlog.
Sprint backlog.
Sprint
Sure.
backlog is nothing but the subset of
Requirement.
product backlog.
Uh,
Product
Mhm.
backlog is entire requirement, you can say entire thing.
Entire requirement of the project
Correct,
is
correct,
for
correct.
100, like there are 100 requirements in project
Correct.
product backlog. In
Yes.
agile, the requirement the project is for 3 or 4 weeks only.
Mhm.
And in agile, the developer and testers sits together and work on the sprint planning. And
Correct.
it is only for 3 to 4 weeks only in agile.
Correct, correct. Always make sure that it is within 1 month.
1 month.
Most of the
Okay.
time, it is only within 1 month.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, correct, correct, correct. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, and what is the next page? What happened in sprint retrospective then?
Sprint rest.
Yeah, Sanjeevani, can you explain me what is sprint retrospective here in Agile? Yes, Sanjeevani.
Sorry, Sonali, I didn't go through the document yesterday.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, yeah.
Yeah, sure. We'll take care from next
Yeah,
time.
please take
Yeah,
care.
sure.
Go through the document. Very simple document, guys. I have not added, lots of theoretical parts. Whatever you can remember, but I request you, Sanjeevani, please go through the document.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Anybody else? Priyanka?
Hello,
Priyanka?
ma'am.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is Menaka.
Yes, Menaka.
Ma'am, this sprint retrospective is conducted at the end of each sprint,
Correct.
with entire team.
Correct.
And
2 more lines you need to add in this. What exactly we discuss in this retrospective?
Scrum Master and to the discussion what went all through the entire step what we did in sprint.
Yeah. A retrospective is nothing but if something goes wrong, like suppose there is some defect in the production, so those defect we are discussing that, in the production we should not get such defect, so root cause analysis is prepared. Okay, that discuss in the sprint retrospective. Then what went wrong, what that is discussed in the sprint retrospective.
What
And
should be improved in further, that discussion will
correct, so that is the sprint retrospective. What is the size of sprint? Yeah,
2 to 3 weeks, ma.
correct.
Also, suggestion of the client, Anna.
Yeah. Can you repeat, Malaysia? Can you repeat that?
I think yes.
Arup.
Also, in that sprint, once your sprint is completed, then also feedback of the client. What is you have to want and what is you have to continue you have to also feedback the client, na ma'am, in a retrospective meeting.
Yeah, feedback
Give
you
a
can say.
suggestion for client.
Yes, suggestion, feedback is happening, and it is somewhat like, discussion is going to happen in the retrospective. Okay, that how your product should be complete and correct at the end, right? So that is they are discussing. Okay, guys, yeah, we are good for agile. We will discuss tomorrow. We have 34 questions, and I need everyone 2 questions. Okay, so I hope some people had joined late. So for them also, this is the question, like 2 questions they have to come up. Now it is 20, so we have more questions now. Yeah, guys, clear? Yes,
Yeah.
clear. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So I'm sharing my screen. We'll see some more things today. Okay, so can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So one model was left, that is the spiral model. Most of the time, interviewer will never ask you, but yes, for safer side, and some companies are asking this, just as sake of knowledge you have, or just they just want to check your testing knowledge, that at least you have idea of spiral model. So what is the spiral model here? So spiral model is a system development life cycle method used for risk management that combines the iterative development process model with element of the waterfall model. The spiral model is used by the software engineers and is favored for large, expensive, and complicated projects. So, when the simple question, guys, when you will use the spiral model? If there is a risk in the requirement, simple thing. If there is a risk, then spiral model will come in picture. Got it? Yes, guys, got it?
Yes, got
Yes.
it, ma'am.
Yeah. And yeah,
Risk,
so there are,
excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
Risk in requirement means like shortage of requirements or when it is not available of requirements in that process. Sir?
You are asking regarding the spiral model?
Spiral model, yes.
No, in spiral, when we are using, like, suppose there are some security type of question. I mean, some complicated projects are there. Okay, some
Hmm.
complicated projects related to army. You can say there are, there are some confidential information, right? Those, if you have to test it, so there are some complex requirements are there. So in that case, risk is not.
Okay.
What do you mean by risk? What do you mean by risk? Risk means something which is affecting your project. Like suppose now
Okay.
we are using Selenium with Java, correct? For
Yes.
for automation, we are using Selenium with Java. But after 5 years, what will happen? We are using Selenium with Python. Okay, because
Hmm.
Selenium has 50 words and Python has only 30 words. So Python is much easier than the Selenium. So this is
Ja.
the
Hmm.
sudden change, right? This is sudden change to the project. Now, if
Hmm.
you are available, you are well known for Selenium, but you are not well known for the Python, and suddenly you have to
Python.
deliver the project. So will you
Hmm.
be able to deliver the project on time? Obviously, no,
No.
right? Because you are expert in Selenium. I am asking you to complete it in Python. So this, you can say, some type of risk, like some technology are suddenly
Hmm.
getting changed, then some tool even will get changed. Like instead of say, Selenium, they will ask to work on UFT, and UFT again, it's a new tool. It will take some time to learn those techniques and all that. So these are some uncertain things in the project which will affect your project, and you would not be in a position to deliver it on time. So these are some risk, you can say these are risks are involved, and to avoid those risks and to deliver the project, so which type of model you will use? So spiral model. Just these things you have to tell the interviewer, that what is the difference between waterfall model and spiral model. Simple thing, in waterfall model we are not considering the risk, but yeah, spiral model is specifically designed for the risk covered. Okay,
Okay.
got it, guys? Okay,
Yes,
and these are the different phase. Yeah, so first phase is planning, second phase is risk analysis. Learn it, guys. These are the only phases. Just learn it. No need to remember anything or like that. Just learn it. Planning, risk analysis, product development, product or evaluation. Again, planning, risk analysis. Only these 3 to 4 things you have to tell to the interviewer, that if risk is involved, then spiral model is used. Okay, then there are different 4 phases of spiral model. First is planning, second is risk analysis, third is product development, and fourth is planning or evaluation. Okay, these things you have to tell to them. And then what are the advantages and disadvantages? So just let them know 2 or 3 advantages and 2 or 3 disadvantages. They will not going to ask you more than that. So first advantage is it is again suitable for large scale product, and new functionality or changes can be accommodated at the at later stage. Efficient cost estimation, development is fast, proper risk management, because if risk is covered, you can deliver the product complete and correct. It involves customer feedback. Yeah, again, customer feedback is involved. And development is divided into the small parts and risks are managed separately. Okay, so like if login page we have, so if there is any risk in login, it will be handled separately. If forgot password, if there is some other module, like contact page or any other module, so in every module, if you have risk, that would be separately handled. Now as these are for for larger project and for some complex project, so obvious the model is costly. Now and to identify this risk, we need expertise. Simple some specific expertise are required to handle those risks. Now project success is highly dependent on risk analysis phase. Yeah, that's why if there is risk, you cannot deliver the project. So there should be some model which will handle the risk and which will be in a position to deliver that complete and correct product to the customer. And yeah, for small project it will not work, only for complex project so it will work. So here we are done with all the model, guys. Okay, there are some see, we have seen waterfall model, correct? Then we have seen V model, agile. We have completed whatever we have seen in agile. That is more than sufficient. No need to go through the further thing. Whatever I have given, just go through it. And yes, for 34 questions, everybody has to come up with 2 questions. So we'll have 34 questions. Just go through those 34 questions, sir. So entire agile will be covered here. No need to check other things here. And yes,
Uh, Hello.
yes,
Excuse
yeah.
me, ma'am. Which documents we are referring for questions and answers?
Any document, go through the Google it. Interview
Okay.
questions answer, yeah. Because what I everyone will not refer the same, same link. Someone will go for testing help, someone will go for automation, automation step by step. We have lots of sites. Google is like ocean. You just have to
Yes, yes.
ping something,
Nay,
yeah.
actually, I thought you have shared something and you are
No, no,
suggesting
no.
to
I have
refer
shared.
to
No,
that
no,
document.
guys.
So I
Pallavi,
asked.
I have my questions. No, no worries. Okay.
Okay.
Apart from those questions, you guys have to come up with only 2 questions with answer.
Okay.
2 questions with answer also. Okay. So we'll have 34 questions or 40 questions additional to my document. Okay, so everybody will aware that yeah, Pallavi has taken these 2 questions. What is sprint? Then what are the different ceremony? Maybe Prashant Kapil will come up with different questions, like what are the different roles? Okay, and third one will, what is a Scrum Master? What Scrum Master does? Okay, then again, what is developer team and tester team? Someone will come up with what are the advantage and disadvantage of Agile, because documentation is very, we don't need documentation in agile as compared to waterfall. For waterfall we need the documentation. So all these questions, come up with all the questions. I am damn sure nobody will have question on agile. Nobody will have question on agile. So just make sure tomorrow come up with all those agile questions, and it will be a very helpful for you. Clear, guys? Any doubt, any question on tomorrow's exercise?
No.
Good.
No.
Yeah. So next part is STLC. It is again one of the most important part. Okay, so till what we have completed. This way software testing we have completed, testing principle. Then why do we need SDLC completed, VV module, different model in testing, waterfall, V module, agile. Okay, and this was left. So today we have covered that also. Now, the most important part is software testing life cycle. Because what happened, this is the most important part, guys. Just make sure that you will also go through it thoroughly. What are the different phases of software testing? Software testing life cycle means STLC. Again, there are now they can ask you the difference. What is the difference between software development life cycle and what is the difference between software testing life cycle? So you need to answer, you need to differentiate that one. So what happened in software testing life cycle is, so test planning is happen. Okay, who does the test planning? Test planning involve two things. Test stat. Wait, someone has come. Yeah. So what happened in test planning? Test planning involve two parts: test strategy and test plan. What is test strategy? It is a high level document. Okay, project manager or team manager or project leader. This document will be prepared by three people. Test plan, it is nothing but the detailed document. I mean, whatever release you have, what it is going to involve. So detailed document will be there in test plan. Now, the second phase is test analysis. Test analysis means it is done by the test engineer. So what will happen? Whatever BRS document we have, which is given by business analyst, so he will analyze that one. He will try to understand that what he has to do, how he has to write the test cases, and what defect he will get. So in such a way he has to do the testing. Okay, so and if he has any doubt in this test analysis document, he can put it in the query tracker or query log. Okay, so third one is test design. Okay, test design involves test case writing or test scenarios writing. Like suppose some banking application is there, or suppose take a lift. So on lift, what are the high level scenarios and what are the test cases? So scenario is nothing but the high level description that how to test. Okay, and test cases is nothing but what to test. It's a combination of uh, test case description, test data, expected result and actual result. So everything is in detail in test cases, and test scenario is for high level. Now test execution. So once the test cases are ready, what you will do with that test cases, right? So you need to execute those test cases. Execution will be happen in HPLM. It is again depend on the company. It's again depend on the company. So test execution will happen in HPLM itself. For sure, it will not be a manual part here. Most of the times, companies will use some tool. It may be Jira or it may be HPLM. Once you execute those, you need to pass it or fail it. Okay, if it is fail, then defect you have to raise again in HPLM itself or Jira itself. And then third part is test closure. Test closure means what you will write here, the test summary report. Like there that I have found three defects, those were critical and blocker. So we have closed all those bugs. Okay, and we have standard format again, guys. For test closure reports, we have standard format. For test plan document, we have standard format. Okay, you just have to fill your release, that it is about purging the data or it is about banking application, it is something about lift functionality. So all those we have to put in the test closure. And most of the times, I mean, even small companies and large companies, they have standard format. Okay, and if not, then again they can tell you that yeah, these are the things we are following. So as per their format, you have to prepare this test closure document. Again, it is done by project manager or team manager or project leader. Okay, so this is somewhat high level description I have given what happened exactly in test planning. Okay, so it is the first phase of system testing. where the management plan the high level and detailed testing activities to be carried out. Now, project manager or test manager will define test strategy, and based on this test strategy, the detailed plan called test plan is test plan is prepared. Now, test strategy and test plan. What is the difference? Simple difference, guys. Test strategy, it is a high level management plan and approach that provides sufficient confidence on the project being tested. Second thing, test plan. What is test plan here? So test plan is, it is a detailed day-to-day work plan that explains scope, approach, resource, and work schedule etc. So it is prepared by the test lead, or even you can prepare if you are working with your test lead. So test lead can ask you just prepare the test plan. Okay, again it is a standard format, but yes, most of the time interviewer asks what involved in test plan. Okay, so this is the things. Introduction is involved, just let them know these few things. Introduction is involved, scope is involved. Scope means what is in scope and what is not in scope. So regression is scope, or it is, or regression is out of scope. For some releases we do not require regression. So in out of scope you have to mention that we are not performing regression here specifically. Okay, and then test approach. What test approach we are doing? I mean, negative testing we are doing, positive testing we are doing, compatibility testing. So all those, how you are doing the testing. Now then, resource, how many resources are there, that also you need to mention here. And work schedule also, that how you are going to deliver the all these release. And entry criteria and exit criteria. Entry criteria means nothing but you have received the requirement from the business analyst in form of BRS, in form of FRS, or in form of TDD document also, technical design document. And those should be freeze. Those should be freeze when you will start doing the testing. It's not like, it is not clear and still you have started the testing. They ask you to test the login page and you are doing the logout page. So it should not be like this. So entry criteria is nothing but all the requirements should be freeze, all the requirements should be sign off, and your all the test cases and everything should be ready. So that is the entry criteria, then only you can do the testing, right? If your test cases are not ready, nothing is ready and you have started doing the testing. So it's not like in entry criteria and exit criteria. Again we have standard document, what you have to mention there. Exit criteria is nothing but, yeah, everything is passed, everything is clear, all the defects are closed, and there are no severe defect which are affecting our functionality to deliver the project. So this is involved in the exit criteria. Okay, and again, yeah, we have test deliverables, what we are delivering, functional test results, okay, regression test result if it is in scope, and other things also. And yeah, these are few important questions. They are going to ask you what is the objective of test plan, why we are preparing, and what will happen if you don't prepare the test plan. So this is the simple four things you need to explain them. That a test plan document explains various procedures to be carried out while testing a software. The main object to test plan is to determine scope of the testing. It is very important, guys. Scope of the testing, then test approach. Okay, what you are using there, what design testing, I mean test design technique you are using. Like we have different black box testing. We have seen white box testing. We have seen different type of testing we have seen, right? So which techniques you are using for black box testing? It is model value analysis, it is equivalence partitioning, it is decision table, so, or it is a state transitions type of designing techniques you are using. So those approach are decided here in test approach. The resources are nothing but the human resource also. Human resource, how many, how many developer, how many QA engineers are going to test that application. And yeah, again, hardware and software also. And work schedule and test deliverables, that what they have to deliver, functional test results, regression test results, OAT test results. OAT is nothing but the roll forward and roll back testing. Before before you, suppose you have developed the product, and then code has in the tester's code, and tester has written the test cases and executing. Once this is done, again they have to do the rollback. I mean, the previous code will be there, old code will be there, and again you have to verify that if you do rollback, the changes are not impacted. Whatever changes were there previously, it is as it is. So this also you have to make sure in this test deliverables. Okay. Yeah, and then yeah, guys, today we'll just see the test planning, test analysis, and BRS template and other things. We'll I mean, we have completed. We'll see today only this phase, two phases like test planning and test analysis in under STLC. Rest phases will discuss tomorrow. Okay, and yeah, now you can ask me questions. Yes, guys.
Yes, can you please explain test approach with example, any certain example?
Yeah, so test approach
Uh,
means see. Mhm.
what kind of guidelines exactly followed while
Yeah, so
deciding
in
test
test
approach?
approach, yeah, test approach, we follow positive testing, negative testing. Positive testing means what? Positive testing means you are putting correct user ID and correct password. Okay. And negative testing means what? You are putting wrong user ID and wrong password. And you are verifying that your application is behaving as expected. It should throw error, correct?
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, so that is one. And we are writing the test cases, we have test data and defect codes, all this. So some specific way, specific things are followed here. Like suppose you are writing the test cases. Okay, you are writing the test cases and you are doing the positive testing. Okay, so what type of techniques you are using here? We have some techniques for writing the test cases, like just I said. So in test approach you can just explain these 2 to 3 things. No need to go through in details and explain, because again in 30 minutes interview, even they take second round also, so they are not going to ask you, just they are going to ask you the main important questions is only what are the things involved, what are the things involved in, and mostly test entry criteria and test exit. Go through it thoroughly. They will definitely going to ask you what do you mean by entry criteria and what do you mean by exit criteria, what it involves. And second thing is risk is also there. Sometimes mostly they are asking here for risk also. Okay, risk and mitigation plan. You can add this also in this, apart from this 7, this is the 8th one. Okay, so risk is also involved and mitigation. Again, risk, I have told you, new technology has come, or some new tool has come, so that is the risk to your project, and it will impact your project also. Yeah, guys, any other question? Yes, guys, pick up.
What is the actual difference between software testing life cycle and software development life cycle?
Yeah, so what are the different phases of software development life cycle? Can you tell me the software development life cycle?
Actually, no, ma'am.
Can you see the document?
Yes.
Yeah. So can you read this, please? First one?
First one is gathering requirement,
Correct. Second one?
planning.
Yeah.
Third one is designing. Fourth,
Correct.
coding.
Yeah.
Fifth, testing,
And
and last one is
testing.
delivery and maintenance.
Okay. Now stop. So in this testing, we are following the software testing life cycle here. Okay. So in software testing life cycle, the stages are different. Now you can see gathering requirement, planning, designing, coding, and testing. And under testing, we are following this one. First thing, software testing the life cycle is we are following these all the things. This one, these are the phases: test planning, test analysis, test design. In software testing life cycle, this is the job of tester, actually testing what happened in this testing phase in details. So in detail, tester will follow this test planning, test analysis, test design, test execution, and test closure. Again, test planning has two more things: test strategy and test plan. Who will do it? Project manager, team manager, project leader. If test plan is there, no need of test strategy. But if client asks that we don't need test plan, or whatever test strategy you have prepared, that is enough. So in that case, you need to provide them test strategy. Okay. In test analysis and test design, we are writing test cases, executing test cases, and closing the defect. So this is happening in software development life cycle in this testing phase. This is just a small block, guys, but actually this all is happening under this STLC. So this is the difference. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, any other question?
Here project manager is the same as product manager.
No. Product manager and project manager, it is something different. Project manager, it is the internal part, take care of the project related things. Project related thing means he will write the user stories, he will add it, he will discuss it, that at what time he has to deliver the project, any risk is there, okay, budget and all those things are decided by the project manager. Okay, but project manager never takes the requirement. In agile only we have product owner, okay, who collect the requirement from the requirement. So these two team terms are completely different, and responsibilities are also different. Though they are part of the testing, the SDLC, all are part of the SDLC, but is their roles and responsibilities are completely different. Yeah, guys.
Hi, Sonali.
Yeah, please tell.
What is the difference between project and product? Actually,
You tell me, what is the difference between project and product?
because I learned no somewhere their
Yeah.
product means they depends on market base. Means we are
Okay.
developing any software in market, means market level. We are checking in market, and project means we are developing for specific customer, means specific
Correct.
customer or a specific company, like means suppose TCS, they are service based companies, no, TCS,
Correct. TC, yeah.
Capgemini, they are providing projects, and products
Correct.
means that Amazon or that like means product
Yeah, the
based.
yes, whatever they are developing, that is the product. Okay. And
Hmm.
project means to follow some process. Okay, so we have projects, under projects we have product. So this is the simple thing.
But in software testing, what word we are using, project or product?
We are using both.
Both.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we are using both. We are using the project also. I will assign you some project. Okay,
Yes.
under
Yes.
that project you will develop some product and you will deliver it to me.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Priyanka. Okay, yeah, anyone else?
Sonali, this Arup is right.
Yes, Arup.
Sonali, can you go back that test STLC? I have doubt on that.
SDLC.
STLC, software testing lifecycle. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So here, test planning is done by test lead or project manager, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then who is doing this test analysis?
Test engineer. See, we have mentioned here role also. Who will do the test analysis? Test engineer. Who will write test design? Who will write the test cases? Test engineer.
We
Who will
only, yeah.
execute? Who will, yeah, you have not seen this document completely. Left side we have the roles, okay, and even right side what they actually doing. Instead of instead of just in line by line, diagrammatically, if you see, you will understand the things. Just learn this. What are the phases? Planning, analysis, design, execution, and test closure. Let them know who does the test planning, project manager. What are involved in test planning, test strategy, test plan. What involved in test plan? It involved introduction, what are the objective, what is the scope, what is out of scope, okay, what is the resource, what is entry criteria, and what is exit criteria. Now what happen in test analysis? Nothing. BRS will be with you. You will go through the BRS. If you have any doubt, you will let them business analyst know that yeah, I have doubt, just make it clear. If it is clear, you will start doing your further step, that is test design. Test design is nothing but you have BRS document, like lift scenario. If I ask you, write the test design, write the test cases or test scenarios about the lift. So you will write it in a high level, high level, and low level. High level means called as test scenario and detailed description, like what is the steps involved there. Like first you have click on, you have press the button, right? Press the three button. Then second step is you have verify that your lift is going on the third, because this is the positive scenario and this is your functionality, that if you press 3, it should go on third floor only. If you are pressing 3 and if it is coming on second floor, so that is a defect. Correct, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this way you will write the test scenarios, you will elaborate those in the test cases, okay, entire detailed document. Now what happened in who will do the test execution? Again, test engineer, okay. And yeah, test closure, again it will be done, it will be review all the whatever you have given it to the project manager. He will thoroughly go through it, review it. He will give you comment that yes, we can close it, and that release will be closed and delivered to the production. Got it?
Yes. And at the stage of test analysis, so there is, if we have any issue with like requirement BRS SRS, so there is some update documentation to update, right? So what is
Yes,
exactly
yeah,
that
yeah.
document? Yeah,
No,
what
the
exactly that document is?
you can say query log here, okay. There are different ways, Arup. You cannot say that specifically that we have this document, because every company, we have small company also, we have startup company also, and we have MNCs also. So what they do here, some standard companies, if you go through, so they have query log, specifically query log or understanding document. They are asking tester that whatever you understood or whatever you don't understood, just prepare one document. And you can have call with business analyst, okay, and you can make sure that everything is fine over there. You can ask whatever you have. So in
So
this way you
whatever
can do
doubt
the
we,
analysis
yeah,
doubts.
yeah, Sonali, whatever doubt we found in that stage, who is the POC for us? Like who is the person we can contact, right? Our test
Yes,
lead or
correct.
project manager?
Obvious test lead, because obvious test lead, first test lead, just follow the hierarchy here. Directly don't go to the business analyst, okay. You have team lead, right? And as I already told you, some mails are, only team lead is a part of some mail. Maybe you are not getting that mail, so he will have more clarity. Team lead will have more clarity on that, so directly you can talk to team lead that I have this doubt, so should I go to the business analyst directly, or if you have knowledge, just transfer it to me. So then and there your doubt will be cleared. Got it?
Yeah, got it, got it. Thank you, Sonali.
Yes. Any other question, guys? We have 10 more minutes.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Ma'am, will we create test cases from SRS document? Or like,
Prashant, your voice is very low. I'm not able to hear you. Can you please repeat?
will we create test cases from SRS documents or FRD or from FRD?
You will create that test cases.
Okay,
You
okay,
will
from
create.
that document only.
Yeah, using that document only, because we are giving you requirement. On that requirement only you have to write the test cases. Like if I am giving you the lift requirement, you have to write the test cases on lift only.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and BRS will be for lift requirement only, lift functionality.
Lift
Whatever
function.
lift has functionality, if client wants that, that the lift should be automatic, like if you will press 2 or 3, so only the third or odd or even number leaf should come. So this is the functionality. If you press 2, only the odd leaf should become, and if you press 7, it should be the odd. So in this way, the functionality would be there in the requirement. So accordingly, you have to write the test cases. Got it?
Okay, noted, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, guys.
Yeah, Sonali, Akshata this side.
Yes, Akshata.
Yeah. In that spiral model, is there any phases are there? Means phases are there? Means
Yeah, phases are there. No, we have 4 phases, Akshata. Just remember these 4 phases. No need to explain them all those phases, because planning is nothing but the planning risk analysis. The most important part in phases is just stress on the risk analysis. If you forgot by mistake, if you forgot that only we have planning, then we have development, then we have evaluation, and if you forgot risk analysis, then this spiral model doesn't make any sense. This spiral model is just made for to cover the risk and to deliver the project. Yeah, just make sure this thing risk is involved, and risk mitigation is there in the spiral model.
Okay.
Shonali, one more question.
Yes, Arup. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you please elaborate that build failure and blockers, so that we can get some more idea.
Yeah. So build failure and build blocker means, see, build failure means suppose developer has given you build that, yeah, I have thoroughly developed the product. I mean, develop the source code as per the lift functionality. Simple example, guys. As per lift functionality, I have developed the product, and you have to, this is the link, that www dot something, and once you open this one, you will be able to see the basic functionality. Like if you'll press the 5, it should come on 5. If you'll press the 2, it should come on 2. This is the simple functionality of the lift. Okay, if you press on down arrow, it should go down, and if you press up arrow, it should go up. Okay, so this is the functionality. And and if you click on the link, okay, if you have click on the link and that link is not at all working, it got blocked, or you are not able to do the further testing, it means blocker, right? Because build has some problem, there may be a number of issues with that build, so you cannot start your testing, correct? So this is called as blocker. And failure is something different. Like suppose there is a deviation between your expected and actual in the source code, so that is the failure. These are some different terms. Don't get confused or mix these terms with the testing concept. Just keep it separately: what is error, what is defect, and what is failure, and what is the blocker means you cannot do the testing, you are stopped there, you are completely stopped there. Okay, so this is called as blocker. Yeah,
I'll give an
Arup, got it?
example. Yeah, Sonal, got it. But yeah, I'll give an example here. If I put my Gmail ID and password, okay, then it will not allowing to go into that inside of Gmail. So that is blocker, right?
Correct,
As per
blocker. Because you are stopped here, right? You are completely stopped.
okay, yeah, got it.
And yes, for more details, we have document whatever I have provided. There in one line, I have given all the example. What is exactly the other things also, like what is failure and what is the defect. Okay, that all. See what is the error here. These are some terms. Any incorrect human action that produces a problem in the system is called error. What is defect? Deviation between expected behavior to actual behavior of the system is called defect. What is failure? Failure is the deviation identified by end user while using a system. It is called as a failure. So these are some different terms. Whatever blocker you are saying, so that comes in the when you test some defect. So that defect comes under blocker. This is one of the step, guys, that block the defect is a blocker or not. Okay, so that is, you can say, one of the stage or status. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, guys, we'll stop now. We'll wrap up the session today. I request you, please, everybody has to come up with 2 questions tomorrow on Agile. Google it, whatever sites you know, okay? Refer the books. If you have some good manual testing books, go through it and just come up with 2 questions. We'll combine all those questions, we'll consolidate, and then you can refer that document as a testing document. Apart from whatever questions we have, you have to go through it. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yeah, guys. Yeah.
One more request, Sonali. Can we have some separate group just to share the documents only?
No need to do the separate group or like that. Actually, I already have lots of groups, so that's why I will not prefer that one. So just Kiran, who is taking care of this document and recording link, what is the name?
Kiran.
Right. So Kiran will take care of all these, okay, document and whatever. He will just prepare one folder, and daily you just have to add those document and link name over there. That is the thing. So we'll not create more groups here. We have only one group. Whatever queries you have, just put in that group. So we just don't need to go to the other group also. Clear?
Okay.
So,
Okay, guys. Yeah. Yes.
Kiran is maintaining all things.
Yeah, Kiran will maintain all these, because what happened after 3 months, if suppose I'm not available, I mean, if I'll be a part of second batch, right? So I will have, maybe I miss some conversation from your group. So it's always better, guys, you just prepare your own group or like that, and you can talk to each other also. It's not like that you have to talk to in the class only. Okay, you can talk to each other, if you have some reference or if you have some tips for study, if you want to study together. Okay, you can ask people that, yeah, I have Saturday Sunday off, so we can learn together, we can go through the document, you learn, I will listen. Otherwise, you listen, I will read all the document. Even there are lots of techniques or types to study, so you can follow those and you will get the job immediately then. But yeah, the thing is, you need to go through it. Okay,
Okay.
can I stop the session now, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Good night and take care. Happy Holi to all of you.
Yeah, I sent
Good
you.
night. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, bye.
Bye.